Bob, that weather is chilly. I am so ready for a little bit of a warm up. I don't know. I know some people are liking the colder temperatures.
Well,
but
I know my aunts are coming down, my uncle as well, and they want the warmer temperatures. You know, it was different though in February. It's just hard to believe how warm February was, and this is now below average. So it's going to be weird to see how this shapes up. If it continues on this cold trend, we'll have the warmest and the coldest month right back to back. We have had some chillier weather around lately, and that's a result of a cold front that moved through. Casey Key webcam. Beautiful out there in the water. Things starting to calm down a little bit, but still, we have this the secondary push of colder air, which is going to be moving through Wednesday morning. And so temperatures are not going to warm up all that much tomorrow. It'll be similar to what we had today. And you can see from that nice sunset tonight, there's some great photos that were sent in. This one from the fishing pier there in Osprey. And Joni getting this one. Stan, we appreciate that. Norm always comes through with some great photos. This is Norm Schimmel from Sarasota. Norm, that's right. Some snow up there in the northeast right now in Domain. Still continuing with the third nor'easter in less than 2 weeks. And guess what? There could be another one on the way next week. Now, as far as that snow goes, it's starting to lessen somewhat in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, but still raging in Maine right now, where they could pick up an additional 6 inches of snow. They've already had over a foot of snowfall there, and looks like more on the way, at least through Wednesday, but most of the snow now going to be winding down throughout the day on Wednesday. Well, I mentioned the nor'easter, another one on the way possibly. You'll see some energy move through parts of the central U.S. and eventually emerge out here in the Atlantic, and there it is. Now, this particular model, the European model, is projecting a fairly significant storm system come next Tuesday, and it looks like it may be close enough to cause some more heavy snow for the Northeast. So we'll see how that plays out. There's a long way to go, and a lot can happen, but that would be unprecedented. 4 nor'easters in less than really 2.5 weeks. 54 degrees right now here, and we have clear skies, and the dew point temperature fairly low at 46, although that number has come up somewhat. Winds out of the north-northeast, not too strong. The high today was 64. That's well below the average of 76. This morning's low was cold, 44, a little bit of a wind, making it feel into the upper 30s to low 40s in places. So here it is for us. We have high pressure that's going to dominate our weather right now over much of the lower Mississippi Valley. That gives us that north wind when it's to the west of us like this. And that high pressure really isn't going to move much. So we're going to see that north wind all the way through Thursday. And then on Friday afternoon, it turns more to the northeast. We'll start to warm up by Friday afternoon. We'll be back in the low 70s, still below average, but still a little bit warmer than the mid 60s that we saw today. No real threat of any rainfall here until that nor'easter develops off the mid-Atlantic coast states. It will sweep another cold front our way come Tuesday, late Monday, Tuesday. Now the timing of it appears for us next week. There's still some confusion on the models, exactly the timing and the intensity of that cold front. But for the time being, we'll stay pretty chilly. Mid-60s, lots of sunshine tomorrow, a few high clouds moving in. Temperatures are not all that extreme over the northeast and throughout the Great Lakes, in the 20s and 30s there in places like St. Louis and Detroit. Highs tomorrow a little bit warmer. Kansas City 63, 48 in Chicago. Toronto getting up to 35. So you'll notice that despite that big snowstorm over the northeast, temperatures are not all that extreme as far as temperatures go, but there's going to be some dips and some Arctic air over the northeast over the upcoming week and a half. For us, we'll bounce back into the 70s. It looks like even 80-degree temperatures possibly on Sunday. And then we'll notice a little bit cooler air moving in after that front moves through on Tuesday of next week. So here's the forecast for boaters tomorrow. Still a little bit rough going out there, a moderate chop. Seas running 2 to 3 feet. And it looks as though things will start to calm a little bit more so on Thursday. So the 7-day forecast calling for 60s on Wednesday and Thursday. You'll notice these low temperatures, low 40s on Thursday morning. Looks good for St. Patrick's Day. A high temperature will be in the mid-70s, and temperatures staying fairly warm right through Tuesday of next week before that next cold front moves in. Jacqueline?
Okay, thanks, Bob.